X Harper here, WWE 2k19, what? And we are coming live with a video for King of the Ring pay-per-view in universe mode. Okay, this one's going to be complicated, so we've got to go through a few different things here. There's the whole concept that I'm going to draw out for you now, let you know exactly what to expect when the game is, when the event happens live. But for now, let me just give you the context of where we're at and what we're doing in the calendar of my universe mode. I'm currently here on this Monday. There you go, that's better. You can see all the events. We're currently here at Nitro, the main event, King of the Ring, the pay-per-view for June. The main pay-per-view is King of the Ring. Now that's going to happen on Sunday, so just bear in mind we've got a week's worth of action to go before King of the Ring comes round. But before all of that happens, I wanted to do my live draw for the King of the Ring tournament. I wanted to do it before WCW Monday Nitro, because some of those matches will then be relevant and feed in to the storyline that I unfold this week before King of the Ring pay-per-view. Okay, so that's the reason I'm doing this video a little bit early to the pay-per-view itself. It's important for the storyline, so I figured I'm going to do it. Now, the way that King of the Ring will work, I'm going to try and do this as quickly as I can for you. King of the Ring is set up to do the same amount of matches as a regular pay-per-view. So my Monday Nitro is 7 matches. So I want you to use your imaginations with me for a second. What I'm going to do is play 2 different modes at the same time. And so the overall King of the Ring event will actually be 15 matches. That's right, 15, 5 matches and 1 card. And what I do to make this sort of special event, it's really simple. I run 2 different concurrent events at the same time. So what you do, I go into my universe mode, and for example, if this were King of the Ring, I would have my 7 matches set up. And these are my normal championship matches, the matches that are happening aside from the tournament itself. So what I will do, before the first match of King of the Ring itself will actually be the tournament match. And the way I'll do that is I will go out of this menu, out of universe mode, and over to the tournament where I will have my tournament set up. I will then go into continue and carry on the tournament. Once I've played the first match in the tournament, the first quarterfinal, I'll come back out, go into my universe mode, and then I will play the first match on the card in this pay-per-view, which on this show would be these 2 guys. So Alexa Bliss and Alundra Blanc, whoever it's going to be, I'm going to make that up obviously for the pay-per-view. Then I will go back to King of the Ring, play the second quarterfinal, then come back here and play the second match of the card, then go back to King of the Ring, back here, back to King of the Ring, here, and I will keep doing that all the way through until we end with the main event in universe mode. Now, I've done this a couple of years ago and it worked absolutely fine, so I'm hoping that it will work. I'm probably going to trial this before I start the event itself, just to make sure that this works the way that I want it to. And also so that when you guys are watching, you're not frustrated with a video that doesn't actually work properly. But that is the hope, that's the concept. It means that the event is going to be very long. There's going to be a load of matches. We're going to have the tournament running alongside the pay-per-view as well. And because it's all in the same arena, it shouldn't look too bad. Presentation-wise, I don't think it will be affected at all. Now that we've got the concept done, let's go into the belts and what is actually on the line for the King of the Ring pay-per-view and what I've created for you lovely people to be able to run with this idea if you want. So what I've done, I'm going to show you a couple of uploads. I've just put them into my own community creations, and I want to show you where you can download them and what they look like. First, we've got the championship. If you go all the way down here, you'll see I've now got the King of the Ring belt that I created on the game. That is now in-game. You can download this whenever you want. It's available for you right now. You can get that and use that as the title. from what I see on King of the Ring, when you set up the tournament, you can only set it up with a belt on the line. So this is the belt that I'm going to use. This is going to be the sort of the end game. And the idea of it is that whoever wins this title will then own it in the universe mode as well. And they'll be the title holder in my universe mode. And what this belt does that's very specific to universe mode, by winning the King of the Ring, the winner gets a shot at any title they want at any point. It almost acts like a Money in the Bank. So what I've done is created a belt version, which I'm going to use, but then I've also created my own little Money in the Bank version for you. And so a glitterific briefcase of Money in the Bank there. But you can use either one of those yourself if you want to. I was debating having no title for the King of the Ring and then giving them the Money in the Bank. So I'm going to decide on that. But I love the idea of the presentation of the belt at the end. And hopefully there's some sort of cutscene I've never witnessed before that looks really cool. So that's how I'm going to do it. Okay, now that we've done the belt, the Money in the Bank, and the concept, let me explain the raffle and how the draw itself is going to work and the potential participants. Now, the raffle, I actually use an app on my mobile phone called Raffle. Okay, that's Raffle, R-I-F-F-L-E, Raffle, R-A-F-F-L-E. So Raffle. You can download it. I'm pretty sure it's free. And what you can do, it's a really cool app. It's a way of doing live draws. It allows you to do like raffle events, but instead of tickets, you can just rename the tickets with names of wrestlers or names of events, whatever you want, and then it automates it and it does it in this random order and it comes out like you're actually doing a real raffle. So I'm going to do that live using that app with 14 wrestlers that I have put into the app. That's 14. And those wrestlers are the top 14 wrestlers in my universe mode that do not hold one of the main titles. Now, I'm not going to remember all of them off by heart from memory. However, I am going to see if I can find them. I got a few of them here. So if I go into my power rankings, I have my main event, Saturday Night Main Event, which is an easy way for me to remember who the best wrestlers are in the business at the moment. So as you can see, Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar are definitely in the raffle. Shawn Michaels is in the raffle. The Rock is not in the raffle because he is currently the WWE champion. And the idea behind that is that he's fighting in the King of the Ring pay-per-view itself already. He already has a title match. In fact, Shawn Michaels has a title match against The Rock. So these two are not in it because they're fighting for a title somewhere else on the card. And it would obviously conflict with my universe mode booking. Randy Orton is fighting for a title. Jake Roberts owns the title that Randy is fighting for. Goldberg won't be in. Goldberg will be in this one as well. So he will be one of the 14 raffle names. Hogan is fighting Ric Flair, so he will not be one of the 14 names. Nash and Hall are the tag champs. They won't be fighting. Randy Savage will be in the raffle. Ghost will be in the raffle. He's had a good start to his career. Seth Rollins will be in the raffle. And then there's a few more. I think there's 5 or 6 more that I haven't named. Stone Cold's in it. You know, there's just a few more guys on the card who are in this raffle. Now, the idea, as I said before, is that the winner of the King of the Ring then has a shot at any title they want within their own brand. So, for example, the idea of this for me is that the best of the rest will come together and fight in a tournament, and it gives those wrestlers who are just below their title contendership, it gives them an opportunity to be able to go and challenge for a major title without having to work their way up the rankings. So I'm not doing it like the traditional King of the Ring where you pick like all the young wrestlers and then basically intercontinental level wrestlers fight and the best technical wrestler of the organization or the next big push face guy wins it. I'm not going to do it like that. For me, it just works a bit differently. So with all that said, we've now done the potential. I'm now going to set up the event for you live so that you can actually see what I'm going to do and how I'm going to set it up. And then, at the end of that, we're going to do the live draw. Okay, we won't be long. Set up the tournament then, 1-on-1. I want new because I haven't got any other tournaments set up at the moment. Now, like I said, the championship that I select, it could be a non for you, but for me, it's going to be a King of the Ring championship. This is, I'd actually assign this belt to see what it looked like on a character. It's what I do when I create a belt. So I'm just going to go into title management and delete that, because obviously Triple H is in the draw, but that doesn't mean he's won it. He will be in the draw, so there is a chance he could actually be in the tournament. But I tend to, what I do is, when I create a belt, side note for you all here, I tend to go in, pick a few wrestlers, I look at their entrances with the belt, and then see how it is in different lighting. Triple H I pick because he has like loads of colour lighting in his entrance, and it's a good way to see how does the belt present itself on a wrestler in a different environment. I think I use a couple of other wrestlers that don't have as much lighting. Some of them have coloured lighting. Some of them have, like, Undertaker I use because he's got, like, the black darkness kind of look. So I just try it and then I make sure it's fine before I upload it. Anyway, the championship will be that belt in the arena of, and this is where it's really important that you match the event. So whatever event you've got in your universe mode, make sure that the arena, the show, whatever, matches to this one. Now, match type, what I've done here is special. I've created a King of the Ring knockout match type. Now, the basic premise behind these matches is simple. It's a 15 or a 20 minute, I think I've done a 20-minute time limit on the matches. Let me just see if it tells us what it is. Here we go. So, yeah, a 15-minute time limit. This is an old school thing. When they first did King of the Rings, the qualifying matches used to be 15-minute time limit matches. And the idea was that it keeps the match moving, it keeps the schedule going, because there's obviously more matches on the card than a usual pay-per-view. So I've matched that. As you can see, there is no mid, post, or entrance run-ins. It has to be a clean-cut match. It can't have any interruptions. I know that The Rock won the King of the Ring one year by having this exact thing happen, but that won't be happening on my universe mode. I want this to be a full-on one-on-one match, normal rules, just the two guys in the ring fighting it out for the title. So that's the match that I'm going to use. Obviously, gender, we want male. Whoops, I shouldn't have done that. Switching it over, just cancel the belt being on. And then we don't want to randomize, and I do want damage retention. This is really important to the believability of the event itself. I want to make sure that through every match, the injury and the damage that's been caused, it's all part of my storyline as well. I want to make sure that if I'm going to heavily injure someone, for example, early in the tournament, which will happen, then they're going to be injured for the rest of it, and they're always going to go into their next match with low fuel, low energy, low momentum. So that's that done. Now, here we go. You can see they've called it the Gold Rush for the King of the Ring Championship. Now, I guess if you have none, it will just call itself the King of the Ring, right? So it's really up to you whether you want to call it the Gold Rush or whether you want to set it up as something else. It's really down to you. Because I've seen that and I really want this to be authentic, I'm actually going to go none and accept, because that will set it up as a King of the Ring tournament, which is just trying to load at the moment. That was strange. It didn't actually, it's not loading. What's happened? Okay, I'm going to come straight out of there and we'll just start again. Something's happened with the game. Clearly it doesn't want anything to happen for me while I'm demonstrating online. Match type. King of the Ring. Yes. Oh, we want that off. There we go. So there's your King of the Ring tournament set up. Now, folks, we are going to go live. We're going to do the live draw, and we're going to see what happens and who comes out. Now, like I said, there were 14 names. I've got an app in front of me on my phone as I'm talking, and all you do in the app, if you've got it already, is you go into the app, and I'm just doing it right now, and then it gives you the names of all the ticketed guys, and then at the bottom there's a little button that says you can start the raffle. So I'm going to do that, and what I'm going to do is this is going to be all based on the app. I will explain a little bit about each wrestler as they come out, so that when each match is drawn, you see exactly, you know, who they are, what brand they're part of, you know, what's their current status in their ranking and all that kind of stuff. So, if you're ready, people, we're about to go live with the King of the Ring draw. I really overhyped that bit. Anyway, first draw is gonna be... Ooh, the Giant. Okay. Now, the Giant is in WCW. Let's go and find him. There's the Giant. He's in WCW on my mode. And basically, at the moment, he won the World Heavyweight title at the very beginning of my game, my universe mode, then lost it, and now Hogan and Ric Flair are currently fighting over it. So for the Giant, this is really important to him, because if he wins this tournament, if he wins the belt, the briefcase, whatever I'm going to give him, whoever wins it, he will then have an opportunity to challenge potentially Hogan or Flair, depending on who wins at King of the Ring in their match. Okay, next one out is... a little bit of a drum roll. Seth Rollins! Seth Rollins is up. Okay, so Seth is currently a part of one of the story modes. He's actually a part of the rivalry at the moment between... Oh, I'm going to let him wear his pay-per-view too. He's part of the rivalry between Jake the Snake Roberts, who's my WWE champion, and Randy Orton, who's the #1 contender. If you watch Raw, that I did live as one of my last videos, then you will see the main event of Raw was Jake Roberts versus Randy Orton. Jake Roberts versus Seth Rollins. Randy Orton comes down, RKO's Jake Roberts, and then Seth Rollins gets the pinfall. Then, on my Saturday night main event, which you guys don't get to see, because it's a private part of my universe mode, I had a reverse match where it was Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins, and then the same thing happened. Jake Roberts came out, got his revenge on Randy Orton, DDT'd him, and Seth Rollins picked up the victory. So Seth Rollins is the #1 contender after this match, the main event match at King of the Ring between Jake Roberts and Randy Orton. So he is essentially going to get the title shot anyway, but this is a really important event for him because he could solidify that importance by winning the King of the Ring tournament. Okay, the next person who I'm going to draw is... oh yeah! Macho Man Randy Savage! Again, and Randy Savage is part of the NWO on my universe mode, as you will see here. Give him, there he is with his little NWO madness attire. So basically, Macho Man is part of the NWO. He is going to be fighting against someone unknown, but Macho Man is under the NWO's influence. He obviously doesn't want Hogan's title at the moment, or he doesn't want to be involved with the heavyweight title in WCW. He would want to be involved either with the US title, or he'll want to stop anybody who could potentially win against Hogan. He's trying to defend the NWO. That's basically the angle that I'm running it as, is anybody in the NWO is just trying to protect Hogan at the top of the division, or Savage, Nash, Hall, whoever else it is. They're just trying to protect one another. Okay, so let's see what the next match is. Oh! Bill Goldberg. Okay, Goldberg is a huge one. This is a massive, massive draw on the card. Bill Goldberg is currently being punished by the NWO in my universe mode. He is being told he cannot fight for titles. He's got to basically work his way up from scratch. From the very bottom ranking, he has to work his way up through every division except for the Cruiserweight, obviously. And he's got to prove that he's good enough to fight Hogan or for the world title with all the main eventers after he's beaten everybody else on the card. So the NWO are really prolonging and slowing his progress through the divisions, and this is actually, randomly, it's a perfect match for my mode, because what it means is that Goldberg now is going to have to fight the NWO, one of the main eventers, at the very beginning of King of the Ring. This is going to be an interesting match. I am looking forward to it. Okay, the next match, the next wrestler to come out on the second half of the card, and let me just go through, see who's gone here. Seth Rollins, Randy Savage, Goldberg. Oh wow, there are some tasty names left. People like Kurt Angle, Stone Cold Steve Austin are left in this. Let's see who else comes out next. Okay, drum roll please. Triple H. Well, I said it earlier that he was in it, and he's actually got himself into this match. So Trips is in the King of the Ring. And I don't know if this is going to go as badly for him as the original King of the Ring that he was supposed to win back in '96, or whether it will go just as badly and he'll get knocked out in the early rounds. Who knows? We'll find out soon. Okay, so we've got... Let's see these matches that we've got here. Let's see who his opponent is then. Okay, other drum roll. Ooh, ooh. Oh, Suplex City. It is Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar has been drawn with Triple H. This is great because this is... I was hoping this would happen. I've added some of my ECW wrestlers in with the hope that they would get a shot. Now, because ECW is a lower brand, it's it's lower than WCW and WWE in my game, and because it's lower, it means that I've allowed anyone who's fighting for a title to be involved in this pay-per-view. So Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle, Batista have all got a chance of being in. And it just so happens that the champion himself has been drawn, and he will be fighting Triple H. That is going to be a fun match to watch, no doubt. Okay, next match. We've got 2 more spots left. I do not know who it's going to be. Like I said, we've got Kurt Angle, Batista, Sting, Stone Cold, and a couple of other guys left as well. Oh gosh, this is looking good. Anyway, final match of the King of the Ring tournament. Who is it going to be? Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Rattlesnake, 316. So Stone Cold goes in. Stone Cold's actually been he's been rivaling with Mr. McMahon on my game, so he's not really been doing much, if I'm honest. He hasn't been able to get involved with any titles, any major belts since the very beginning of my game. This could be a really good chance for Stone Cold to win the King of the Ring, to re-establish himself at the top of the card, maybe challenge for the WWE title, who knows, or the WWE Championship. This is a definite chance for Stone Cold Steve Austin to get his name. What a card. Whoop, whoop. I'm enjoying this so far. These are like... And even this match in particular has worked out perfectly with the story that I'm telling. All the others have just come out really well because you've got a few mixed like all the other matches are mixed. So you've got WCW WWE, WCW WCW, WE ECW, which is a really good match. And now at the moment we've got WE, and there's an ECW and WCW guys left. So it's even going to be a different match here, which is awesome. But let's find out who the last participant in the King of the Ring is going to be. the man, Sting. Oh! I love this. This is a great King of the Ring for me. I am going to enjoy this one. Oh, awesome. So, Sting versus Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to be the final match of the quarterfinals. This is the final King of the Ring tournament that I am going to be fighting in. Now, I am going to finalize this after the video. I will leave it here and just talk to you a little bit more and see what happens. But like I said, there is another week to go of my universe mode. These guys have all got their own stories that are currently being told. However, some of these stories may change this week in my universe mode videos, because obviously they now know that they are in the King of the Ring. So maybe there'll be some challenges. Maybe a couple of wrestlers are going to try and switch places. Maybe they're going to try and get each other to switch opponents, maybe. I don't know. We're going to have to find out. But this week's universe mode for me is all going to be based around the build-up to King of the Ring. So you can expect loads of title match build-ups. But you can also expect that these matches are now going to influence those universe mode cards as well. Thank you so much for waiting with me and doing this live draw for King of the Ring. My universe mode's almost is doing really well. I'm doing live commentary if you haven't heard me do that before. Keep watching it. I hope you like it. I hope you like the channel. Please like or dislike the videos, but be honest. If you do dislike a video, please just tell me why. Leave a comment, let me know, be constructive, help me out here. I'm trying to build a channel, I'm trying to produce videos that I really love, but I also want you guys to be entertained and enjoy it as well. So like I said, just let me know your thoughts and your feelings. It'll be good to talk online. You can follow me on Twitter at xharperco or Instagram at xharper.co, and that is like the period dot, not the word dot. And you can follow me on any of those channels, see what I'm up to, see what creations I'm pulling out for you guys in your WWE 2K mode games. That, guys, is it. I am X Harper, and you have been awesome. Until next time, see you soon.